welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. I am Mitchell, your intuitive messenger and energy forecaster for today, Friday, August the 2nd, 2013. A year ago today, I started doing these videos, and I'm going to actually put the link right here for the video that I did a year ago, my first video. It's only about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but I've posted one video per day over the last year without fail. When I went to Italy, I pre-did 13 of them so I could wake up each morning and post them. There was another couple times where I did that just so it was easy for me to get them done. But wow, a pretty fun milestone for me. They were called Tara's Daily Insight in the beginning, and then it went to Tara's Daily Insight in the Open Door, and then it went to the Intuitive Messenger channel. So all that being said, and I am going to read a question today from a viewer, Brandon, so I'll be reading that question. But first, today is number 2. That is our High Priestess, so it's a very intuitive day, very energy-filled day, great knowing. I know we've got a full moon coming up on Tuesday the 6th, so we're building up to that. Also, you add all the numbers up, 8-2-2013, and that gives you the number 16. Yes, we are, once again, in a number 16 energy, which is the Tower, a lot of moving, shifting, shaking, clearing, changing, destruction, rebuilding, tearing down walls. But it also comes down to a number 7, which is the Chariot card. It's often fast changes, often very polar, dynamics, black or white, not a lot of in between. You need to make the decisions and quick. So interesting day, using your intuition as things shift and change and grow, which is going to happen very quickly, very, very quickly. And first I want to talk about, I got a great image yesterday because a lot of people who come to me for my services with animal or human communication on the other side and on our radio shows on Sunday night and mine on Wednesday, people are always asking things, they're asking about situations where it's pretty wild. They're in emergency mode. And the image that I got, because it's going to become a tool in my toolbox of working, is, it kind of gave me 2 images, but the one I'm going to talk about right now, first one was like you're out in the middle of the ocean, and you should have started swimming when you could still see land, because now for you to even swim is almost futile because you don't know which direction land is. You probably would not physically be able to make it no matter how much even if you were headed towards land, it would take you days and days and days, and you would run out of energy, water, and go under. The other image that I'll probably use more is you're standing outside of an inferno, a building on fire, and you're trying to put it out. And that's where a lot of you are. You saw the spark, and you could have spit on it and put it out. But you said, oh, I'll take care of it later. I won't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Then the spark turned into a tiny little flame, and you could have smothered it with something, but you didn't. And then the flame turns into one burning room, and it's on fire, and if you had a water hose, you probably could have put it out. Then it's the whole, 2-3 rooms, and the fire station could even put it out if you'd called 911, called for help ahead of time. Next thing you know, it's a giant towering inferno, and even the fire people, sometimes all they're doing is minimizing damage. They can't even put it out. So don't wait till it's a blazing inferno. Take care of business when it's a tiny spark. And that's the message for today, and that's what a lot of people are coming to, because sometimes I just want to say, you got to pick one thing and work on it, because right now you just need to manage and get through this until it burns itself out. And that is not always the case, but typically, people are in such human mode and panic and fear that they can't see beyond that at the moment. And that's what they know. That's what they know best. There's the old saying, it's a business term, if you take a frog and you throw it in the hot water, it'll jump right out. But if you put the frog in just, nice warm water and you slowly turn the heat up, it'll actually cook it, because it doesn't realize it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter until it's too late. So all those kind of have similar stories. So put the fire out early on. Don't put it off. Don't procrastinate. So real quick question, and I don't want to say it's going to be a simple answer, but Brandon wrote, every night in bed I'm greeted with a tingling in my third eye as my body relaxes, especially around the recent full moon. I've also been getting sudden flashes of light followed by a wave of heat and energy flowing through my body. I have also received similar feelings through strong ringing in the ears in the early morning, and once this became so strong I could make out a distinguishable rhythmic pattern to the signals I was receiving. It literally sounded like a telephone beeping inside my head. I have also had a few powerful ethereal dreams over the past 3 months. One in which I saw beautiful patterns of light across my vision, another in which I was in a nightmare feeling like I was being tormented by some sort of entity, and another just recently in which I was shown documents with the word love and different symbols all over them, and also what I believe was a soul or life contract of some sort. I was wondering if you could give me greater insight into what these mean in terms of process of developing psychic gifts. Is there a sign that I am developing clairvoyance, clairaudience, or is this something else? Thanks for your help. Namaste. So Brandon, first of all, the dreams, a lot of time, they can be just taking out the trash of the day, meaning the things and that you process, the fears and the daily routines, and your body's just kind of processing them out. They can absolutely be communication from the other side, from loved ones, from angels, from your higher self. When I read that you were tormented by an entity, I actually felt that was your own fear kind of showing itself. Not always the case, but in what you said, using my connection, I felt it was your fear. And part of that was because I'm reminded of waking up many years ago, being pinned down on my shoulders and my hips, and there was a tall, dark shadow that I physically saw at the end of my bed. Not until years later did I realize what I was seeing was actually my higher self, and it was just scared me because I've never seen it before. If all of a sudden something that you've never seen before, which I can't even describe, let's say like Tyrannosaurus Rex, which we've seen images and we know about them, but if you saw one walk by, it's going to make you fearful because you've never seen it. So when we encounter these energies, entities, and beings and things like that, it is going to make us feel a little bit different because we've never encountered that kind of energy before. I've often said if we could take a trip back in time and just walk down a street, people would look at us like we were godlike, simply because we come from a different dimension, vibrating at a different and or higher level, because we are vibrating higher than we were years ago. And absolutely, the third eye, the tingling, those are definitely signs of like that opening up. So what I tell people is to invite those things in gently and subtly and carefully. Just talk with your guides, connect with your guides, connect with your angels, archangels, those that have crossed over, anybody that is there to help you. You don't have to know who they are. They really don't care about names and identities. They're there. The names and identities are for our little human brains, I believe. You can argue that, but that's just what I believe. Because they always tell me, we don't care what you call us. We're here. We're one. We're just one source. So definitely feel like those are part of that opening up. You are not alone with that. There's so many people out there dealing and feeling that. I will wake up in the morning and I feel like if I don't move, I'm going to explode. And sometimes I just have to shift over, but it's like the whole thing. It's like that image you saw on Monday and Tuesday. It's just I have to get up and move. And sometimes it's when my dog starts moving around. It's like I can feel his energy so powerful, like he wants to go to the bathroom, wants to get out. So I think I'm just so sensitive coming out of that dream time and dream state. So Brandon, thank you for your question. I hope that helps. I'm going to dive into a tarot card right now because it's going to be a longer video. And your card for today is going to be, boom, Temperance. So this is card number 14. A lot of people have been asking about the number 14, so it's very interesting that it would pop up here. But the number 14 boils down to number 5, a lot of moving, shifting, shaking. Like we talked about, number 5 makes me feel like, if you put a bunch of 5s together, you get the Tower card is what it feels like. So the 5s can be that. Temperance card is often about being cooled and heated, being tested, being tried, and all with the purpose of being made stronger. So definitely going to feel that today with our High Priestess Tower Chariot energy. The energy of today is going to be about testing and trials, getting stronger, developing your strength, your ability, and just becoming more of who you were meant to be. Allow it to happen. Allow it to happen. So enjoy that today. A lot of stuff going on in this, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. I say to you, namaste.